Hey YouTube, this is Resume Spark Fan 62. Here's my review of Vengeance Day 2025. Now, Vengeance Day has become a good size pay-per-view during the road to WrestleMania. Um, it's typically around the first couple of weeks after the Royal Rumble. So this year it was held in Washington, D.C. So the card only has about 6 or 7 matches to it, so it's not too bad. It's only about a couple more than what Triple H normally does on a main roster pay-per-view. But for what you get on this, it shows the amount of talent that NXT has. Now, I am going to do an NXT video talking about the show as a whole and so forth. So, Stephanie Vacor, I hope I'm saying her last name right, defeated Fallon Henley for the North American title. Now, Stephanie Vacor is a talented individual. She can hang with the best of them, and she shows why she deserves to be in NXT. She's sort of taken what she knows from stuff like CMLL, as well as other promotions she has been in. One of the things I love that she does is that where she essentially pounds her competitor's head into the mat several times. So congrats to Stephanie. And for Fallon Henley, I honestly think this is her way going out of NXT and going up to Raw or SmackDown. Same with JC Jane as well. But we will have to see on that. Next one is Fraxium defeating Josh Briggs, and I'm hoping I'm saying this name right, Yosaki Imamura. So the team of Josh Briggs and Yosaki came together when they were in Pro Wrestling Noah this past summer. And since Josh Briggs came back from Noah, he has shown what going out of NXT for a bit can do to revitalize your career. And especially with being somebody like Yosaki Imamura, how close they got together as a team and how well they act, even though they're two different people. For Fraxium, they are showing why they are one of the best tag teams in pro wrestling. And I expect them to be going up really soon as well. I assume probably right after WrestleMania. So they would be a great team, especially for the team of somebody like Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Now, after this match was over, I'm not sure what they're called yet, but what I called Shield 2.0 attacked them, which was some of the PC recruits. They did their thing and then they left. Not too much. The next match was Eddie Thorpe defeating Trick Williams. Now, this one and the next one is probably going to be the controversy too, considering it's Black History Month and you're having a black guy get defeated during Black History Month while getting the crap beat out of him with a strap. I don't know how I feel about that, but I will say this: Eddie Thorpe has improved a lot recently. And he's shown that he can be a main event player. Now, he was right in the middle of the card on this, which is fine. And Trick Williams, I honestly think he's on his way up as well. I assume with him, he'd be good on Raw, which is why I think he's sort of gotten out of the title picture recently. But we will have to see. The next one, they had a video package, or video promo, I should say, for Ricky Starks, who debuted on NXT last week. As he will sign his NXT contract on Tuesday. I'm not sure if he's going to go by that name or not. We will have to see on Tuesday. The next one is Ethan Page defeating Javon Evans. Okay, like Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams, this plays the same situation. This one, I loved how they played into Javon's mouth. So if you've not been paying much attention, essentially what happened was due to something Ethan did recently, Javon's mouth has essentially been sewn shut. So when he talks, he's like this. So he's essentially talking through like this. And I loved how Javon got what he could with the circumstances he was in. The next one is Oba Femi defeating A-Town Down Under. Now, this one, the thing I love that they did with this in particular is how they talked about how they were showing the demise of A-Town Down Under. So if you've been watching Raw and then over the past couple of weeks, you know they've started showing their eventual split, and this just added on to it. So again, after Oba won, A-Town Down Under left, Oba Femi was celebrating, and then Shield 2.0 attacked him again. This time, instead of them straight coming into the ring, it showed them on the steps all around the ring and did like a strobe light effect, and then they attacked him. So I'm curious where they're going to go. I hope with them in particular, I assume they will, since this is a new regime, they're going to make them something to, be threatened by, and not just a comedy tag team like Retribution came out to be. And the last one, and this is one that was really good. Julia defeated Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, and Bayley. Okay. Bayley, you knew, was not going to win just because with her being on Raw and probably going to be in that title picture here pretty soon, I assume, that would not have worked. With Roxanne Perez, she's essentially on her way up to Raw as well. So it wouldn't make sense for her to win again. And with Cora, it's hard to say because she's also in the title picture for TNA. And it's hard to say with Cora because she could be another one of the women to go up. Because I honestly think at this time, with the amount of people they probably have to come in to NXT over the next several months, they're wanting to try and get as many of the older talents out and have them go up so people can fill those spaces. Now, someone with like Jasmine Nix, who was part of Fatal Influence, I think she will still be in NXT, at least for the time being. Will she stay this character that she has? That I don't know. But NXT has shown why their women's division in particular is some of the best in the industry. And especially over the last several months with women like Julia, who came in at No Mercy. Stephanie Vercour, who officially debuted on the NXT before they went to the CW via satellite. Her first official in-person debut was 2 weeks later in Chicago. Zarya, who's in this interesting tag team with Sol Ruka, and did a funny video thing with Zarya trying to do what Sol really does. So it sounds like they're gonna have Sol do what Zarya does. And then the newest member of the NXT Women's Division, Jordynne Grace, from TNA. Honestly, with her, I don't expect her to be in NXT very long. I say probably till at least after WrestleMania, because Jordynne is a very talented individual. She can hang with the best of them. And so it would be interesting to see her versus someone like Lash Legend or somebody like that. Or when she goes up to Raw or SmackDown, someone like Rhea Ripley or someone like that. So we will have to see. Overall, Vengeance Day was a great show, like always. And if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you watch it. The good thing about it is even with the pre-show, it's only around 3 hours long. So it's not like the old Vince style pay-per-views that were on so long, like WrestleMania 35, which was like 5 to 6 hours. So overall, I highly suggest, if you've not seen it, to go watch Vengeance Day.